During the day, it feels great, looks great, but at night and early in the morning, since we have that mixing of the air, some cooler and milder temperatures that are pretty close to each other, plus lighter winds, that's where fog starts to become a problem. So temperatures right now, and we include the Gulf in this because, again, we're talking about the water temperature as well as the air temperature, plus the dew points, and then you factor in the winds. They're just all very similar right now, and that's why we have that mixing of the air masses and that fog forms. It's been a basically every night occurrence this week. So temperatures right now, we have some mid to upper 50s, Crystal River, Brooksville, and then you go into the lower 60s from there. Still some upper 60s hanging on in places like St. Petersburg and Tampa, and that's why we're not seeing the fog as dense or as thick for tonight, but we will still see it, and that's why we did call a weather impact alert. Here's your dew points. Again, not much of a difference, but notice Tampa's dew point is about 5 to 6 degrees cooler. The sweet spot is about 5-degree difference between the air temperature and the dew point. And when you get beyond that stretch outside 5 degrees, well, that's when the fog just isn't likely. And then we do have some marks that are closer to matching, Crystal River being one of them. So again, you will mainly see the fog along the coast first, sea fog. And again, we're counting in that Gulf temperature as well. And then we will start to see that fog kind of push inland. Here's our satellite and radar. We actually have an area high pressure that's parked right on top of us, and that's helping to stir up that different air mass. Again, not really ranging in a big temperature difference here, and that's why that fog does form. But plus, we have those lighter winds. So that's all incorporated there. Now, we do have some storms that's up to the northwest of us, but that's not coming our way. That front will try to drop in around Tuesday, but it's not going to produce much rain for us. By the way, for any of our mariner friends, they will still see fog out to sea for quite some time tomorrow. And again, it all has to do with the temperature, the dew point, the way that the air is mixing around. So the next 12 hours tonight going into tomorrow, we have that weather impact alert. And again, it's just giving you guys a heads up so you know when you're out tomorrow, it may be a little bit dangerous driving. What we need you to do is just slow down, take your time, leave extra time. Again, not as many folks out on the road for tomorrow, but this is at 5 a.m. You can really see that reduced visibility on the map here. This is our in-house model, and again, it will be mainly along the coast, but some of our inland locations will see that fog as well. By 10 a.m., things do start to improve. Hey, by the way, there was an earthquake recorded today, a 7.6 magnitude. That's considered major, but here's the thing. The type of earthquake this was, the fault, that had a big play in the tsunami. I'm sure if any of you are big weather buffs, you saw a couple of tsunami advisories go around for the U.S. Virgin Islands as well as Puerto Rico. Well, here's the thing. They were canceled because the type of fault that this was a strike slip fault. So if you can think about this, the energy is released horizontally instead of these two options where it would be released vertically, and that displaces more water, and that leads to a greater tsunami risk. So this was a lower risk for tsunami. Again, no advisories that are affecting Puerto Rico or the U.S. Virgin Islands right now. By the way, we have a big Super Bowl game tomorrow. You know who I'm cheering for, but if anybody's going to any watch parties tomorrow, the weather will be pretty similar to what it is in New Orleans. Perfect conditions for any outdoor or inside activities. Here's your 7-day forecast. 80s stick around all through Valentine's Day. So make sure you have some nice plans with your honey.